What's going on? I'm back with another review. Today's review will be the 2007 to 2009 Cartoon Network series, and that is Transformers Animated. No wonder I remembered watching this show as well on Jetix. The show was based on a Transformers toy franchise from Hasbro. The show was created by Sam Register, Matt Youngberg, and Derrick J. Wyatt. Transformers Animated was originally aired on Cartoon Network, Discovery Family, and currently streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Stellar cycles, years after the Autobots won the Great War for Cybertron against the Decepticons, an Autobot maintenance crew led by Optimus Prime and consisting of Ratchet, Bulkhead, Prowl, and Bumblebee discover the legendary Allspark buried on an asteroid. The Autobots take the Allspark back to their ship, but are soon confronted by a crew of Decepticons led by the notorious warlord Megatron and consisting of Blitzwing, Lugnut, Blackarachnia, and Starscream. Megatron attacks the Autobot ship and tries to retrieve the Allspark, but when an explosive planted on Megatron by the treacherous Starscream detonates, the ship crashes on Earth. The Autobots go into stasis to survive the crash, while the scattered remains of Megatron are discovered by a human scientist named Isaac Sumdac. Half a century later, Professor Isaac Sumdac is the CEO of a robotics company known as Sumdac Systems, which is based in a futuristic version of Detroit in the 2050s. Optimus Prime and the Autobots awaken from stasis and defend the people of Detroit from the monster, resulting in them becoming local celebrities. They befriend Professor Sumdac's young daughter Sari, who teaches them about Earth customs, and whose security card is transformed into a metallic tool which possesses a fraction of the Allspark's vast cosmic power. Starscream arrives on Earth and tries to take the all-powerful Allspark for himself, but the Autobots successfully stop him and save the Earth once again. The Autobots settle into their new home and learn about Earth culture and customs, while also defending Detroit from various threats. Megatron's disembodied head, which has been in Professor Sumdac's laboratory since the ship crashed, comes back online and manipulates Sumdac into building him a new body, pretending that he is an Autobot. Blitzwing and Lugnut arrive on Earth searching for Megatron, while Blackarachnia targets Optimus Prime, blaming him for her techno-organic mutation. As the series progresses, friendships are formed, battles are waged, revelations are made, secrets are discovered, and adventures are had. The writing for this show is surprisingly really good, as while it can get a little goofy at times, and it does have some things that aren't fully fleshed out, as well as having some things unresolved due to the show being cut short, but overall this show does have a good amount of awesome things going for it, like some very well written and engaging story arcs and plot threads, offering a totally new take on the Transformers lore and taking a lot of creative liberties, like having Optimus be younger and learning to become a true leader, as well as some of the changes to the other characters, some pretty funny humor throughout the show, as well as a good amount of its own unique art and charm, some surprisingly engaging drama and suspense. There's some pretty intriguing twists and turns, the tone is very well balanced, and it does have some neat callbacks and references to the other shows. The action scenes of the show are pretty awesome, as they do a great job at being a lot of fun, such as the various clashes and battles between the Autobots and the Decepticons. The Autobots also taking on other villains and rescuing people from danger, and them getting into tight jams and getting out of them, as well as escaping from certain death scenarios. The humor of the show is pretty solid, as while there is an occasional joke that doesn't land, a good chunk of the jokes and comedic moments are very funny and do get some good laughs, like the witty and snarky banter and dialogue between the characters, the trash talking, the gags and visual humor, and the dark humor and occasional adult jokes. The show also has a great amount of heart and drama, which does give the show plenty of heartfelt, tragic, and tender moments, like the growing bond between Sari and the Autobots, certain character revelations, backstories, and even deaths, and some of the twists regarding certain characters. The animation of the show does have a pretty nice and stylized look to it, which is almost reminiscent of shows like Teen Titans or The Spectacular Spider-Man. But this style of animation does help give the show its identity, with the characters all having some pretty cool and stylized designs. The backgrounds and settings are pretty well designed and colored, and are given a good amount of detail, and there are some very nicely crafted special effects. The characters are all pretty well written and likable, as they do have a great amount of chemistry and dynamics, wit and humor, charm and charisma, and growth and development, such as the main Autobots of this series like Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Ratchet, Bulkhead, and Prowl, their new friend Sari, who has a few surprises of her own, some of the other Autobots and characters seen in the show like Sari's father Isip, Captain Fanzone, Grimlock, Ultra Magnus, Jazz, Sentinel Prime, RC, Cliffjumper, Ironhide, Jetfire, Rodimus, Blur, Omega Supreme, and Wreck-Gar. And of course the villainous Decepticons such as Megatron, Starscream, Blackarachnia, Blitzwing, Lugnut, Soundwave, Shockwave, Lockdown, Waspinator, Cyclonus, Thundercracker, Slipstream, and some of the human villains. The voice acting of the show is very well done, as the voice actors all do a great job with their performances, such as David Kaye as Optimus Prime, Grimlock, and Lugnut, Bumper Robinson as Bumblebee and Blitzwing, Jeff Bennett as Prowl, Ultra Magnus, and Soundwave, Corey Burton as Ratchet, Megatron, Shockwave, Ironhide, Bill Fogerback as Bulkhead, Tom Kenny as Starscream, Waspinator, Jetfire, and Professor Sumdac, Tara Strong as Sari, Kree Summer as Blackarachnia, Susan Blue as RC, Townsend Coleman as Sentinel Prime, Lance Henriksen as Lockdown, Phil Lamar as Jazz, John Moschita, Jr. as Blur, Judd Nelson as Rodimus Prime, Weird Al Yankovic as Wreck-Gar, and more. The music is very solid, as it does sound pretty awesome and well composed, and it does do a great job at capturing the show's action-packed, comedic, dramatic, and engaging tone. Overall, this might be the best Transformers series so far, as it is very well crafted and does do a great job at being fun and engaging. And what is my verdict on this Cartoon Network series? I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty perfect collaboration between Cartoon Network and Hasbro.